Greetings, everyone. I'm Zach.
And I'm Oscar.
And we are here with yet another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review, this episode being entitled A Fractured House. And I just want to go on the record by saying this is the third time we tried to record this review. And I am sorry for that.
Yes. But sadly, this episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. contains no vampire cows.
Yeah, sadly, Oscar is never going to let the whole Bessie the vampire cow go, but neither here nor there. This episode opens up with an attack on the UN by Hydra posing as S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
And they're led by a guy called Marco Scarlatti.
And for those of you who don't know this particular character, he is actually in the comics known as Blacklash or Whiplash, or I don't know, Oscar was telling me about him.
Yeah, in the comics, Marco Scarlatti is the original Whiplash.
Yeah, which I remember him from being in an episode of our Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I don't know much about him, though.
Yeah, I do, but let's not talk too much about him.
Yeah, so basically we also get the official appearance of Grant Ward's brother, Senator I almost called him Christian. Senator Christian Ward.
I'm hunting a wabbit.
Yeah. Anyway, it's Senator Christian Ward. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce names to save my life.
Yeah, the douchebag bigger brother of Ward.
Yeah. Only thing with this episode, there's a scene later, them basically talking about, if you'll remember, there's this one episode in Season 1 entitled The Well, where Ward basically has this memory about his older brother torturing his younger brother in a well, but apparently in this episode, it's sort of debunked in a way. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know, yeah. I was really confused. I mean, is Christian the good guy? Because Christian was basically saying that was a lie just spun by Grant.
Yeah, we don't really know who's telling the truth because they both have two different versions of it all.
Yeah, you could argue that it depends on a certain point of view here and there, but I don't know, that flashback they had in the last episode of Season 1, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like they would just put that out there just to be debunked later.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, speaking of Ward, we also get a lot more of Grant Ward in this. He's basically trying to get more and more into Skye's mind, trying to make sure she knows that he's on her side.
Yeah, because for the past few episodes, he's sort of been the creepy Hannibal Lecter type guy who has been living in Coulson's basement. Yeah,
I could definitely see him as being the psychotic, stalker, because he really likes Skye now.
Yeah, well, so do you.
I like Chloe Bennett. But they are the same person, but neither here nor there. There was actually this one scene that you were, drooling over, the appearance of Mockingbird's costume.
Yes, and it is glorious. And, well, there have been a few fans that have said that they're not very fond of the new Mockingbird costume. Actually, I've heard that some of the fans hate this costume, but you really gotta look at it this way. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't a superhero show. There isn't room for any superheroes. Mockingbird may be a superhero from the comics, but she is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent first and foremost. And the costume that she wears in the comics would stick out like a sore thumb in this series. Because the entire bright white and a bright blue would stick out like a sore thumb if they go out on, stealth missions and such. And the mask, doesn't necessarily work. I could see them using the gargoyles that Mockingbird is currently using in the comics, but other than that, I don't see a mask or something like that working. But, however, it is as close as we're going to get to a Mockingbird costume because it still maintains the basic colors of her costume, though the areas that should be white are a little more grayish, and the areas that are supposed to be a little bit brighter blue are a bit darker now.
Yeah, my only nitpick of her costume, I would probably brighten up the gray areas just to include a little bit more white. But, yeah, given the whole situation in the show, that would probably stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and, well, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. She definitely kicks some ass and, takes some names here and there. Plus, there's this really great, funny dialogue between her and Lance because, as we know in the last episode, she's actually Lance Hunter's ex-wife.
Yeah. The bitch ex-wife that Lance Hunter has been ranting about for the last couple of episodes.
Yes, indeed. Now, we're not going to go too into detail as to what happens in this episode, because this is an episode you'll definitely want to watch for yourself, as with a few other episodes in the past, but basically we'll just skip to the end here.
Yeah, because there's so much to talk about in this episode, but we don't want to spoil it all for you.
Yeah, especially the end credit scene. You will definitely want to stay for the end credit scene, because this one is a bit more of a tease than you'll want to see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but basically, the episode ends with Coulson trading Grant Ward for basically sort of a little favor in the US government's eyes, because, as we all know, the US government has been on S.H.I.E.L.D's tail for some time, and yeah, basically they trade in Grant Ward to, get the US government off their backs, and Talbot is a little more, I want to say, friendlier now.
Yeah, he's not quite the douchebag that he was in the beginning. He has actually warmed up a bit more to the rest of the S.H.I.E.L.D. team.
Yeah, but I know I may sound biased for saying this for a lot of the other episodes, but this episode was good. We've been getting a lot of good stuff out of S.H.I.E.L.D. lately, and yeah, I haven't really gotten a slow episode yet, in my knowledge, so good episode. I like it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I enjoyed every bit of this episode. It was really, really great. All the actors did a good job, and especially Adrienne Palaki. She did a fantastic job as Mockingbird. She is definitely a lot more humorous than Melinda May.
Yes, but anyway, good episode, good action, and one thing I want to credit this episode for is that I actually kind of like Christian Ward, even though the whole who's telling the truth, Grant, is it him or is it Grant? I know that did kind of confuse me a bit, but I forgot the actor's name, but the guy who plays Christian Ward does a really good job in this episode. I hope he sticks around.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hope so too.
Yeah, but though by the ending, I would guess that somebody is probably going to axe him off at some point. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So, with all that said, comment below what you guys think. Do you like this episode? Did you hate it? And what are you hoping to see in the next episode? Because from all the teasing, Coulson's going to go cuckoo.
Interesting.
Maybe cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I don't know. But with all that said, I'm Zach.
And I'm Oscar.
And we'll see you guys next time in the next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review. Take care.
Give me Hell Cow, damn it!
Just let it go. Oh god, I'm doing it now! I will never get frozen out of my head.